All right, moving on. We have a really important cringe of the week. Richard Ratboy has been obsessed with this shop teacher from Canada with these massive milkers. I know everyone's already seen it.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of a special take.
I'm losing friends. I'm not reaching out to family anymore. Work, it's taking a toll on my work.
Of course.
I'm just obsessed with the big titty shop teacher.
That's all Richard Ratboy thinks about.
Mm-hmm. I wake up, I make a meme. I wake up, I make another meme. I go to sleep, I'm thinking about it. So,
yeah. Richard Ratboy, you want to go get some food? And he's like, for the milker guy? What do you mean?
Yeah. When do the milkers come?
Yeah, where's the milker guy in that
process? No, and it's funny because I've posted so many memes about this, and people are like, "Well, I guess we know Richard Ratboy's a breast guy or a tits man," and it's like, you think that's what this is about, guys?
You just like them however they come.
Yeah, like no. I like the freak nature of it and the fact that nobody's standing up to this person. And this is we will give context for people who haven't been following, but it's in Ontario, Canada. And this is basically like a wood shop, like physical hands-on project teacher. I don't know what the class is actually called, but this person used to be a man, like as recently as last year. Now they're taking advantage of the transgender and gender ideology protections that Canada has, the laws, and they put on some I think we may have found it, and we'll put it up on screen. They put on some Z-cup silicone breastplate prosthetics.
$400?
It's $307. Yeah,
$300?
Pretty expensive.
Those Z-cup, to be honest, I think they're bigger.
I don't know. I'm making my best guess.
They're double Z's, I think.
Yeah, it easily could be. But the nipples are protruding, very disrespectful. And so all these kids just have to go with it. And the school is kind of standing by and defending this person because it's an expression of gender identity.
Yeah.
And it's just getting so greasy. And I love it because it's like, this is the slippery slope we were talking about. Trans people and whatever, this is their team now. So they have to fight with this person, this fetish guy.
Yeah.
And Tucker did a big monologue on it.
That's what it is. It's a fetish thing.
Yeah.
He gets off.
He gets off on this.
He's getting off. He likes it. You wanted to get caught.
Yeah.
And it's like the thing in from Bane, like, was getting caught part of your plan? Like, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
This guy wanted to get caught.
Yeah.
He wears this thing. It's so obnoxious. You wanted the attention and you get off. He gets off. And then some guy on Twitter, some blue check who I don't know.
Peter Boghossian?
Yeah. He said, most people have strong moral impulses about whether this individual should be allowed to teach their children in a public school, but very few can construct a good argument why or why not. It's more difficult than you think. Try it. Okay, I'll try it. Big fake cans. Done. That's the argument.
There's really no need to discuss this, guys.
Yeah, not normal. Big fake cans. Too much.
Dude. I'll add to it. Dude.
So, yeah, it's not a hard argument. It's just big fake cans. Kids, big fake cans.
So
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. It's really that simple, Peter. We don't need a theoretical debate on this inherently.
Yeah.
In regards to inherently.
Yeah.
But so there a couple other pieces that I want to touch on this, right? So
there's some pieces of that you want to touch on this.
Yeah, I'm a big boob guy. Like, what do you stop it? So the physical realities of wearing this giant prosthetic breastplate.
Heavy.
Sweaty. Disgusting.
Stinky.
And it's like a 50-year-old man, right? Or whatever this guy is. Silicone on your body, sweating, working the saw. And then I'm sure there's days, honestly, where this guy goes, I'm in a little too deep. I don't want to wear it today. Like, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I got a rash. There's a rash on my lower back. And he just still has to do it because he committed to it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You can't downgrade him.
It's handcuffed. He's handcuffed into these
golden handcuffs.
To these giant milkers. And so that's one. And then the other part is, like, everybody who's taken a woodshop class in high school, usually the teacher is one of the most manly guys there is.
Who, like, knows how to work all the tools.
He's kind of like, he's not PC. Like, we're just fine with it because he does a great job and the kids learn and they come together.
That's so true. All the other teachers wear like a tie and like a shirt, and this guy wears like jeans.
Flannel and jeans, yeah. And, you know, the kids all come together and they all build a birdhouse at the end of the semester. So they've subverted that as well. The typically masculine role of the shop teacher. Now all these, and it's mostly guys' class. If you've seen some of the pictures, they just come in and they laugh and they take secret pics. I'm trying to find someone who goes to this school to get me daily update pics. So if you know anybody, please reach out.
It's an emergency. Richard Ratboy needs more photos of it. He really wants them.
Do we want to go through the names?
Yeah. So we did a crowdsource of all the best names. Richard Ratboy posted to his story. Here's some of the best names we got for this monster milkers man. Donnie Parton, classic. Mammaries.
With the apostrophe.
With the apostrophe for Mammaries. Couple of these are just slurs that I can't fully read. Mixed Milkers.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Mixed Milkers is the best. And
whoever sent that and can prove it, because I have it in my Instagram DMs.
Yeah.
We'll send you a base.
We'll send you a base mug for that.
That's the best one.
Chesty Molesty, more slurs, mentally damaged degenerate, and Transy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best names we got for this person that Richard Ratboy is obsessed with for whatever reason.
If you have more, please comment them, because we're always looking to expand.
Comment them below and we'll expand. Next clip, Cringe of the Week. We're still in it. That was just our first part of Cringe of the Week. We have a huge Cringe of the Week this week. The kid's wearing the makeup and gets the creepy comments on TikTok.
This one's bad.
This is from Base Latin, our boy.
To wear makeup.
So you like it?
Yeah.
Did I do a good job?
Yeah.
Can you look here and do some poses so I can see it?
Standard little boy doing makeup.
I'm
Weird
not super
TikTok
awesome,
mom.
it'll take
Weird
me a while.
TikTok mom. Confusing the little boy. But then look who we got here. What does that say?
Yes. Yes, makeup has no gender. Love this.
Creepy guy.
Boys are allowed to wear makeup. Always be yourself.
Creepy old man.
Cutest thing I've seen all day.
Weird worker.
Have to say he's adorable with or without makeup.
These creepy people commenting that. Why would you enjoy a little boy wearing makeup if you're like a 50-something-year-old guy?
Boys are allowed to wear makeup. Love. I love it. You look wonderful. Beautiful from this guy.
These creepy people.
I adore him too. This is awesome. Beautiful. Someone just says beautiful. Pretty from this guy. Yes, that's amazing. Such an adorable kid. I'm so glad he's trying out himself without judgment. Love him.
So all these creepy guys are commenting on the post like compliments, but like creepy compliments because you're talking about a kid. You'd think the FBI would maybe, I know they're busy, but you'd think that they'd maybe look into something like this. And if you had like a list of like creepers and you're like, all right, who are the creepers? And you were going to go through social media and try and find out, I feel like that's kind of where you would start and what you would do.
That's where the first thread that I'd be pulling on to get to a pedo. I'm not saying any of those guys are.
Yeah.
But there's a likeliness ratio happening.
There is a likeliness ratio. There is a thing where it's like if you're looking at certain things and commenting on certain things,
you tend to have proclivities elsewhere.
Yeah. And then there's a bombshell report. Whistleblower claims the FBI is moving agents off child sex abuse investigations to pursue political investigations and reclassifying January 6 cases as domestic terrorism, originating in field offices around the country, not in D.C. So the FBI is super busy. They're not looking into the predator stuff. They're not really worried about the kids. I guess the kids are all safe. They're worried about reclassifying January 6 people as domestic terrorists. January 6 was what, 6 years ago at this point?
At least 3 years ago, dude.
4 years ago. Now we're still, I guess that's what the FBI is worried about.
Yeah. And not the fresh abuse cases that are happening everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess the FBI is busy. This is what they're up to.
Yeah. That video got me severely creeped out, though. Like those faces to the comments.
Yeah.
That physiogeny.
Physiogeny.
I didn't like any of that.
Yeah, me neither. Doesn't sit well with me. Next clip, teacher with the pronouns, day one.
Yeah, this is bad.
Some tips to help you learn your students' pronouns. Are you a boy or a girl? Here's what you can do instead. Here, I like to use a Google form or a Microsoft form or any other survey app that works for you. I've stopped asking what your preferred pronouns are, and instead I say what are your pronouns because your pronoun is part of your identity and not just a personal preference. One of the very important questions I'd like to ask is, may I use these pronouns in front of your parents or guardians? The reason why...
Interesting. So day one, the teacher finds out which kids are kind of not all there, maybe have some issues, and then say, what can I hide from your parents? What secret can you and I share and keep away from your parents?
Day one.
Day one. It's not good to say, are you a boy or a girl? It's like, if you're the teacher, wouldn't you kind of know what everyone is?
Yeah.
Isn't everyone pretty much what they are? Mm-hmm. But then you open this door, and then you say, oh, should I keep this from your parents? And if you have a kid who's like fighting with their parents or has some trouble at home, it's like that kid will find refuge in a teacher like that and ideas like this, and then it spirals them into being massive milkers when they grow up.
Yeah. No, and then that's the thing. It's like you don't ask the kid's pronouns on day 40. It's day one that he's asking to keep a secret from your parents.
Really sets the tone for the whole year. Thanks, buddy.
So day one, he's asking to keep secrets from your parents, and then he's posting about it online.
Great. Yeah, appreciate it. There was another article that came out that basically said if you don't put your...
Experts say not including pronouns in your bio, comma, email, signature are sign of bigotry.
Yeah, so they're just really waving in this idea. And that's what they're doing in the schools. And
we knew that's where it was headed, though, right?
We always knew it's where it was
They pressured all the millennial girls into she, her on their Instagram bios, and we knew it was headed towards bigotry. So
they basically take like what they call a disenfranchised group, the trans people, the LGBTs, the sexually confused, whatever, and they lead block with them, and they push them all the way forward and pretend whatever their ideas are mainstream and normal, that girls are boys, boys are girls, it's all the same, it's all fine. Yep. And then... it's not actually to help the people who are having mental problems. It's to now
isolate,
identify, divide the groups into bigots and non-bigots. So if you don't have your pronouns in your bio, you're a bigot. And that's what the whole point was. The whole point was just to divide the groups, people who are for it and against it. And if you're against it, you're a bigot, you hate trans people, you want kids to kill themselves, whatever the horrible thing they'll say about you. And all they're really trying to do is just attack their political opponents in different ways.
Yeah. Yeah,
pretty much.
And then also it's like back to the big titted. I hate to keep going back.
You can't help yourself.
Can't help myself. But it's like that's the thing. Again, with all this misdirection and stuff, it's like, all right, say you have like a order of operations, right? I have enough energy to go to 3 protests this week and 2 school board meetings, and it's like you wasted one with the plastic tits silicone teacher. That shouldn't have even got to me. That shouldn't have bubbled up to my level, right? And now they're printing money off and, doing other things that it's like, okay, whatever. You're focused on that, You don't have the energy to do everything. And so these little bullshit ones,
like they suck up bandwidth. Like they suck up the bandwidth. So if anything important actually happens, it's like, we'll get to it after we deal with the massive milkers.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what the kids are learning in schools. That's not what you should be teaching your kids. Hopefully your kids aren't involved in the school system. If they are, you probably need an alternative. Which is why we are happy to be sponsored this week by Brave Books. Guys, Brave Books is an anti-woke book company that makes books that teach great lessons to your kids. It's not going to be the woke stuff, the LGBT and the trans stuff, the BLM stuff. It's going to be lessons and values that matter to you most. This is an America First company that cares about the fundamental truths that we all should share and, create our communities around. So Brave Books has gone out there and made an entire line of books dedicated to that. They just released a new one, Plot Against the King, 2,000 Mules, which is about a king who is overthrown. It's a fantastic read. It was written by Kash Patel. It's got the endorsement from President Trump. If you're looking to get your kids some very cool books that teach good lessons and aren't going to subvert them, bravebooks.us is the website. That's the way to do it. Go check it out today. There's a monthly subscription. You can do a monthly subscription. We get a new book every month. You can buy a bundle. So there's multiple options. Check out bravebooks.us. That's the website. Link is in the description. Go get some books today. Give them to your kids. Don't let them get tricked and deceived by these woke teachers. Get them an order from Brave Books. It's very important. We are still in Cringe. Next, there's an article about from the Irish Times. Why don't you read it? I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, it says it's a picture of a woman, and it says, "I am a gay man in a straight woman's body. If I were to speak to my husband about this, it could end our marriage."
So you wrote an article and publicly released an article about it? It's like you thought if your husband finds out, he'll freak out.
Hope my husband doesn't read the Irish Times.
Yeah, but then you wrote an article. That's what the first plan of action to break it to your husband. So that person is a gay man in a woman's body.
Yep.
So she's attracted to men.
Either way.
But she can't get a gay man because gay men aren't attracted to women.
Exactly.
So we kind of have to hope she's a bottom to keep it going with her husband and keep it working. Hopefully she's a bottom because if she's a top, it's not like you're gonna really.
It'll never work.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to start changing it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is just another thing. Like, look over here, waste your energy on this. Like, how dare you?
Yeah. So very sad for that guy.
They could have written an article about some sort of like pharmaceutical company in Ireland that's been spraying the crops or doing something. Nope, they gave it to the woman who feels like a guy and she doesn't want her husband to know. Right?
Yeah, they're eating up all the space on important things. That's what's important.
It's like a
these days.
filibuster. It's just they're just talking and they're going blah 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 blah. This is the news.
And if you read like 10 news stories and like 5 of them are like absolutely insane stuff like this, and then like 2 of them are the weather, it's like
And one is sports.
In one sports, it's like does no one know anything anymore? Is the whole world just this like weird LGBT stuff now?
Yeah.
That's what this whole show has become.
Well, we're actually exposing it, and this is the propaganda, and we're the answer to the propaganda, right?
So we don't enjoy this. Richard Rappaport enjoys the Massive Milkers guy.
That's just a personal thing.
All right, next is the fat phobic girl, the fat phobia person.
Yeah, let's let her run.
Hi everyone, this is just a friendly reminder that if a fat person is talking about their own experience with fat phobia, their own experience with their body, with their fat body, their larger body, their plus size body, whatever they fucking want to call it, that when a fat person is talking about their own shit, their own experience, whatever the fuck it is, that's not an invitation for thin people to insert themselves in a conversation that's not about them. Just so you know. Because when a marginalized person, yes, because fat people are marginalized. If you don't fucking understand that, then look at intersectionality and the different intersections, because body size is one of them. Back to the point. It's not an invitation for thin people to just enter into the space of fat people to talk about themselves.
So fat people are marginalized. Marginalized means what? Made to feel small? Isn't that irony? Is that irony?
Kind of, yeah, kind of, a little bit.
Kind of, a little bit.
I'll count it.
Counts.
My initial instinct after seeing this video is this woman just had an interaction with a thin person where she said, actually, it's just calories in and calories out. And then the fatty didn't have any didn't stand up for herself in that conversation, so went and did a rant about it.
Yeah, had
instead.
to do a rant. This person, exactly. It's like anything besides accountability. So it's like, I'm marginalized. Skinny people are getting in the way of our conversations. You wouldn't understand a fat person, fat body. I, as a fat person with a fat body, know what it's like. And it's not really about other people.
I just keep eating.
I just keep eating the food.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going to the gym after we work out. I'm working out with Chinese Donut Boy. I joined the gym with him.
Nice.
Yeah. Do
Nice.
you know I joined the gym with him? I went the other day and I was doing the row machine and I broke the row machine.
Day one, you broke a machine.
And it made the loudest sound and everyone looked over. And then I kind of just like got up and walked out. Like that was like it for me. And then
Nice first impression.
And then I felt bad because I'm like with my younger brother and I'm like, did I not do the right thing by like just walking out? So I had to email the gym email, but it wasn't even like the gym. It was like Anytime Fitness. So it's like
info at Anytime Fitness.
literally that.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I was on the machine by the Stairmaster. The handle broke. So I had to make sure I did the right thing. But yeah, I'm not marginalized. She puts the margarine.
Yeah.
Marginalized. Puts the margarine in marginalized. All right.
Well, hold on. I want to say this too, because that's just a theme with everybody. Like, you can't, if you're not this person, if you're not black, if you're not gay, if you're not morbidly obese, you can't come in and have your bits on this. Like, they want to exclude all opinions, and it's like, no, anyone can have an opinion on anything.
Yeah.
And like, that's the whole point of discourse. Is like,
Exactly.
my personal experience is this. Oh yeah, well, when I stopped, I started losing weight, and then I started doing cardio, and I lost even more. And it's like, no.
Same with like the trans people where it's like, oh, I transitioned. It was a mistake. I'm detransitioning. And it's like, We don't want to hear from you.
You're done now. Yeah,
We
your
just
time's
want to
over.
highlight the people that are in the peak of their bad spirals.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I obviously make jokes, be saying I'm fat. I know it's a joke.
Yeah, you're skinny. Yeah, you're skinny. You're light.
Hey, I'm fat. I know that, but I also can pretty much always bench 225 for 10.
Easy.
So it's like, I know I'm fat. I know I need to get back in the gym. I'm going back to the gym, but I can always bench 225 for 10. That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I used to be able to do it a couple of months ago. I was doing it for 25, 26.
You got to get back to that.
Got to get back to that. And I've stopped working out for like a couple of months. We moved, whatever, no excuses. Now I'm probably doing 225 for 10, but we're going to keep training that. 225 for 25 to 30. You can't really. That's Copacoolic status.
Yeah, see you there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, I won't. I've never done that.
Yeah, thanks. Next, abortion party freak.
Yeah, let's let her rip. This is the cousin of the marginalized fat lady.
Straight up though, if I ever have to have an abortion, you bet I'm gonna have a fucking party. I'm like gonna have like cupcakes with like aborted fetuses drawn on them, lots of snacks, I'm gonna come up with some sort of cocktail and call it the aborted fetus, and me and all of my friends are just gonna hang out, eat a bunch of yummy dead fetus
Sorry, guys.
food.
No matter how much you
drunk,
beg or
have
plead
a
with her,
great old time.
if she's pregnant with your baby, she's having an abortion, and she's going to have a party after. No matter how much you plead, no matter how much you beg her not to, she's going to have the abortion, guys. Sorry.
You want to know the funny thing that I just noticed about this?
Huh.
She's sitting in a Subway, and she has a hair thing, a Subway hair tie in that she's
Interesting.
playing with. She's filming this video at work. Talking about abortions. She's on break.
Yeah.
Talking about her fantasies of drinking an abortion drink.
Yeah. So this is how she gets attention. She doesn't get it from being smart or beautiful or being a chemist or something.
Nope.
She gets it from doing like shock value anti-God stuff.
Yeah.
And it's bad because if we had a debate like a Taliban person,
They'd get us on this.
I would be like, I agree with you on this point. I concede that point.
Yeah.
The women, this woman, and
The milkers are wrong. This woman is off base.
This woman's
You're
very
right,
off
Mr. Taliban.
you're right on that one. So, so it's hard to win an argument with the Taliban because of people like this, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate for us.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, final video of cringe. This is a long cringe of the week, but I loved it.
Yeah.
Final video of cringe of the week. Post Malone
Takes a spill.
fell on stage.
Oh, and he's writhing on the ground.
It's like a bad dream in front of everybody, just watching you like in pain in the center of like thousands of people.
And then his music is still playing in the background for a while.
Oh man, that's rough.
You see that a lot. Performers, and this is not our usual cringe of the week.
Yeah,
You're
this
cringing
is,
from the...
This is cringe because you go, ow, that hurts.
Yeah, but you see that all the time. Performers need stage awareness on like those falls. They're constantly on elevated platforms. So I feel for you, Post Malone. Sorry that
Yeah.
happened to you.
Who put that hole there?
That was bad, poor design, I would say.
Very poor design. All right, that's our cringe of the week this week. That was a great one.